What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jack, and if you are new here, this is the place where we cut through the marketing noise and give you real, honest breakdowns on the gear that actually matters. Now, before we dive in, let me tell you exactly how this video is structured, so you can get the most out of it. First, I'm going to introduce every drone on this table so you know exactly what we're working with. Then we are going to go category by category. Budget tier first, mid-range second, and premium third. After that, I'm going to give you a clean, no-fluff buying guide based on the type of flyer you actually are. And here's the thing, this is not going to be one of those videos where I just read the spec sheet off the box and call it a day. We are going to talk about real-world performance, real-world limitations, and the kind of stuff the manufacturers definitely don't put in their marketing material. So, if that sounds useful to you, do me a favor. Right now, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach people who need it. Alright, let's meet the contestants. The drone lineup. Alright, so here's what we've got. 5 drones, 3 brands. A pretty wide price range. Let me introduce them one by one so we're all on the same page before we start throwing punches. First up, the Specta S1. This is the most affordable drone on the table, and honestly, it looks a lot more capable than its price tag suggests. This is your entry-level option, and it's going head-to-head with the DJI Mini 4K, which, fun fact, is also sold under the Spec brand as the Spec Mini. These two are virtually twins, and we're going to break down whether the differences are worth caring about. Then we move up a tier. Meet the Sky Rover S1, the yellow one. I know, it looks like a sports car decided to become a drone. This is Sky Rover's premium offering, and it's designed to compete directly with the DJI Mini 4 Pro, which is arguably still one of the most beloved compact drones ever made. And finally, sitting at the top of the pile, the DJI Mini 5 Pro. This is the newest, most powerful mini drone DJI has ever made, and it comes with a price tag to match. We'll talk about whether it's actually worth it, or whether it's simply overkill for most people. Alright, round 1, let's go. Budget battle. Sky Rover S1 versus DJI Mini 4K. Okay, so here we are at the budget tier, and honestly, this is where things get really interesting, because most people shopping for their first drone are going to land right here in the sub-$300 price range, and the decision you make at this level could either be the best purchase you make all year, or a mild regret sitting in your closet. So, let's break this down properly. Camera performance. Both of these drones are shooting with a 12-megapixel half-inch sensor. On paper, they are identical. But here is where the Sky Rover S1 quietly wins the first round. It shoots 4K video at up to 60 frames per second. The DJI Mini 4K, as the name implies, caps out at 4K 30 frames per second. Now, for a lot of casual flyers, 30 frames per second is perfectly fine. But if you ever want to shoot smooth, slow-motion footage, capturing a sunset, a sports moment, a pet running through a park, that 60 frames per second option on the S1 is a genuinely useful advantage. Edge, Sky Rover S1. Flight time. Flight time is one of those specs that sounds boring until you're in the middle of a stunning landscape and your battery dies before you get the shot. The Sky Rover S1 is rated at 40 minutes of flight time. The DJI Mini 4K is rated at 31 minutes. That is a 9-minute difference. And in real-world flying conditions, with wind and maneuvering factored in, that gap actually matters. It's the difference between getting one great run of footage and getting 2. Edge, Sky Rover S1. Range. In terms of transmission range, the Sky Rover S1 is rated at 12,000 meters. That's roughly 7.5 miles. The DJI Mini 4K comes in at 10,000 meters, or about 6.2 miles. Now look, I want to be honest here. Most of us are never going to fly either of these drones anywhere close to their maximum range. But range isn't just about distance. It also correlates to signal stability and resistance to interference. A drone with a stronger transmission system tends to hold a cleaner feed, even at moderate distances. Edge, Sky Rover S1. Obstacle avoidance. Here's one that a lot of beginners overlook when they're shopping, and then regret ignoring when they clip a tree branch. The Sky Rover S1 has an infrared front sensor for obstacle avoidance. It's basic. This is not the multi-directional avoidance you get on higher-end drones, but it's something. The DJI Mini 4K has 0 obstacle avoidance. Nothing. You are entirely on your own. For a first-time flyer, having any obstacle protection at all is a meaningful safety net. Edge, Sky Rover S1, active track/follow me mode. Alright, and this is the big one that I really want to emphasize, because this feature alone could be the deciding factor for a lot of you. The Sky Rover S1 has active track. It will literally follow you. Whether you're hiking, cycling, skating, surfing, this drone can lock onto you and keep you in the frame automatically. The DJI Mini 4K does not have this feature at all. For content creators, athletes, or anyone who wants dynamic, moving footage of themselves without needing a second person to operate the controller, this is a massive deal. Edge, Sky Rover S1 by a mile. Price right now, the Sky Rover S1 is available for around $269 on sale, with a combo package around $350. At regular pricing, it typically sits at around $299, matching the Mini 4K dollar for dollar. So you're getting more drone for the same money, and sometimes less. That is a genuinely hard argument to ignore. Budget tier. Verdict. In almost every meaningful category, flight time, range, obstacle avoidance, video capability, and follow-me functionality, the Sky Rover S1 outperforms or matches the DJI Mini 4K, often at the same or lower price. If you are buying your first drone and you're working within a budget, the Sky Rover S1 is the smarter buy right now. The only reason to choose the Mini 4K is if you're already invested in the DJI ecosystem and want guaranteed software consistency. Otherwise, the S1 wins this round cleanly. Sky Rover X1 versus DJI Mini 4 Pro. Alright, now we're stepping into the mid-range arena, and this is where the conversation gets genuinely complex. Because on the surface, the Sky Rover X1 and the DJI Mini 4 Pro look like they're fighting for the same crown. Similar size, similar weight class, overlapping feature sets. But the differences between these two drones are very real, and they matter depending on what kind of flyer you are. I'm going to walk you through 10 key differences so you can make an informed decision rather than just picking the prettier box. 1. Design and aesthetics. Let's start with the obvious one. The Sky Rover X1 is yellow. Bright, vivid, unmistakable yellow. Some people love it. It's bold, it stands out, it has personality. The DJI Mini 4 Pro is the typical matte gray that DJI has perfected into a kind of drone luxury aesthetic. Neither design affects performance, but aesthetics do matter to a lot of people. If you're flying at a crowded location or you want your gear to reflect your personal style, this is worth noting. Functionally equal, visually, it comes down to your preference. That said, the yellow coloring on the X1 does make it easier to spot in the sky, which is actually a minor practical advantage. 2. Storage, SD card only. This one trips people up. The Sky Rover X1 has no internal storage. If you show up to a shoot and you've forgotten your SD card, your flight session is over before it begins. The DJI Mini 4 Pro has onboard internal storage as a backup. It's not a lot, but it has saved many a photographer from a completely wasted trip. This might sound like a minor inconvenience, but when you're standing on top of a mountain at golden hour with the perfect shot in front of you and no SD card in your pocket, trust me, it stops feeling minor very quickly. 3. Flat color profiles. No D-Log M. For videographers and content creators who do any kind of post-production color grading, this is a significant limitation. The Sky Rover X1 supports HLG as its flat color profile option. The DJI Mini 4 Pro supports D-Log M, DJI's proprietary flat profile that retains far more dynamic range and gives colorists significantly more flexibility in the edit. If you shoot log footage and color grade your videos, the absence of D-Log M on the X1 means you're working with a less flexible image from the start. For casual flyers, this won't matter. For anyone serious about their footage quality, it's a real trade-off to consider. 4. No Virtual Home Point DJ. I introduced the Virtual Home Point feature in a firmware update a while back, and it has become one of those features that once you use it, you can't imagine flying without it. Essentially, it allows you to set a custom home point in midair or at a location different from your takeoff point. Incredibly useful when you're flying on a moving boat or hiking and you've moved significantly from your launch spot. The Sky Rover X1 does not have this feature. For most recreational flyers, this won't come up. But for anyone doing complex, adventurous flights in dynamic environments, the absence of a virtual home point is worth knowing about. 5. No firmware updates. This one is philosophical as much as it is technical. When you buy a DJI drone, you're not just buying the hardware as it exists on day one. You're buying into a pipeline of updates, new features, performance improvements, bug fixes, safety enhancements that DJI regularly pushes out to keep the drone current. The Sky Rover S1, as best as we can tell, is largely a static product. What you buy is what you get. Now, that's not necessarily the end of the world. I still fly a DJI Mavic Mini, the original from October 2019, and that thing still performs beautifully. A well-built drone doesn't need constant updates to be useful, but the gap between the X1 and the Mini 4 Pro will only widen over time as DJI continues to improve their platform. 6. No DJI Care Refresh. DJI Care Refresh is one of the best drone insurance programs on the market. For an annual fee, you get protection against flyaways, water damage, accidental crashes, things that happen even to experienced pilots. The Sky Rover S1 doesn't offer an equivalent proprietary program. You can get third-party coverage through Amazon or a separate insurance provider, and that's genuinely a reasonable workaround, but it requires an extra step, and the coverage terms won't be as drone-specific as DJI's own program. 7. Battery and accessory incompatibility. Here's the practical reality of choosing the X1 over the Mini 4 Pro. Your existing DJI accessories are useless. The batteries look similar, but are not interchangeable. The remote controllers are different systems. ND filters designed for the Mini 4 Pro won't fit. Now, if you're buying your first drone and have no existing DJI accessories, this doesn't affect you at all. But if you're a current DJI user, thinking about picking up the X1 as a backup or upgrade, you are essentially starting an entirely new gear ecosystem from scratch. Budget for that accordingly. 8. The camera lens is fixed. On the DJI Mini 4 Pro, the lens can be swapped in and out relatively easily, which means you can attach magnetic ND filters quickly in the field to manage exposure. On the Sky Rover S1, the lens doesn't detach. There's currently no ND filter system available for it. If you shoot in bright conditions, over water, in open fields, on sunny days, ND filters are almost essential for achieving proper exposure and cinematic motion blur. Without that option, the X1 puts you at a creative disadvantage in certain shooting scenarios. This may change if third-party accessories catch up, but right now, it's a genuine limitation. 9. No bottom LED. This is a small one, but it's worth mentioning for completeness. The Sky Rover S1 doesn't have a bottom-facing LED indicator. This makes low-light orientation slightly trickier and can make landing in dim conditions less precise. It's the kind of detail you'd never think about until the moment it's relevant, and then you'll really wish it was there. 10. Missing intelligent flight modes. DJI drones come loaded with intelligent flight modes that make getting complex, professional-looking shots surprisingly accessible. Master. Shots, for example, automatically executes a variety of cinematic moves and edits them together into a finished video. Hyperlapse with waypoints lets you set a defined flight path for time-lapse sequences. The Sky Rover S1 has a solid set of intelligent flight modes, but it's missing several of DJI's most beloved creative tools. For recreational users, this probably doesn't matter much. For content creators who rely on these features to produce polished work efficiently, this is a notable step down. Mid-range tier verdict: is the Sky Rover S1 as good as the DJI Mini 4 Pro? Honestly, no. It's close, and it's impressive for what it is. But the Mini 4 Pro is still the gold standard in this category for a reason. What the X1 does offer is a competitive mid-range option for people who want most of the Mini 4 Pro experience at a lower price point, without being locked into the DJI ecosystem. If you're a casual flyer, a traveler, or someone dipping their toes into more serious aerial photography without wanting to spend Mini 4 Pro money, the X1 is absolutely worth considering. But if you're serious about your craft and you want the best tool available in this size and weight class, the Mini 4 Pro still holds its crown. The king of the hill, DJI Mini 5 Pro. All right, let's talk about the heavyweight in the room, the DJI Mini 5 Pro. This is DJI's most advanced compact drone, and when you pick it up, you feel the difference immediately. Everything about this drone signals that it is in a different league from everything else we've discussed today. The camera is larger and more capable, with significantly improved dynamic range and low-light performance. The obstacle avoidance is multi-directional, not just a single infrared sensor, but a comprehensive system that makes it genuinely difficult to crash this thing accidentally. It comes with LiDAR, a technology previously reserved for professional-grade drones, which enables incredibly precise altitude holding and terrain following. The intelligent flight modes are DJI's most advanced yet, and the transmission system is top of the range. But here's the thing, and I want to be very direct about this. The Mini 5 Pro is not for everyone, and there are two practical realities you need to know before you get excited about it. First, it is significantly more expensive than everything else on this list. We're not in the same price conversation anymore. Second, and this is crucial, the Mini 5 Pro breaks the under 250-gram threshold that makes the other drones on this list so appealing to recreational flyers. Unlike the S1, Mini 4K, X1, and Mini 4 Pro, the Mini 5 Pro requires FAA registration and remote ID compliance in the United States. That changes where, when, and how freely you can fly it. Also, availability has been limited, especially in the US market, so if you're hoping to order one tomorrow, manage your expectations. Bottom line, if you are a professional or an advanced hobbyist who shoots serious content and needs the absolute best compact drone available, the Mini 5 Pro is worth every dollar. For everyone else, the drones we've already covered are genuinely excellent, and you won't feel like you're missing out. The definitive buying guide. All right, this is the section I promised you at the beginning of the video. Forget the spec sheets for a second. Let me talk to you directly about which drone makes sense for your actual life. You're a complete beginner with a limited budget. If you're brand new to drones and you're working with under $300, the Sky Rover S1 is your best friend right now. It gives you more features, better specs, and a follow me mode that is genuinely exciting to use, all without requiring you to be an expert pilot from day one. The obstacle avoidance will save you at least once. The longer flight time means more practice, and the active track means you can actually capture yourself doing things you love without needing a crew. Start here, learn the fundamentals. You will not regret it. You're a casual traveler or weekend creator. If you want a drone that fits in a backpack, shoots gorgeous footage, and doesn't require a PhD to operate, the DJI Mini 4 Pro is still the pound-for-pound champion for this use case. The Sky Rover X1 is a solid alternative if budget is a concern, but for anyone who wants the most refined, reliable, and well-supported travel drone in this size class, the Mini 4 Pro earns its reputation. The D-Log M footage looks beautiful in post. The intelligent flight modes are incredibly fun, and the DJI ecosystem means help and accessories are always available. You're a serious hobbyist who shoots regular content. If you're posting regularly to YouTube, Instagram, or anywhere else that demands consistently polished aerial footage, invest in the DJI Mini 4 Pro. The log profiles, the creative flight modes, the firmware ecosystem, and the accessory support all add up to a drone that keeps giving the more you push it. The Sky Rover X1 will get you most of the way there, but the ceiling on the Mini 4 Pro is simply higher for ambitious creators. You're a professional or advanced creator. The DJI Mini 5 Pro is your answer, if you can find it and if you're prepared for the registration requirements. The performance leap is real and meaningful. LiDAR, superior imaging, advanced avoidance, these are not marketing gimmicks at this level. They translate directly to better footage, more shooting flexibility, and fewer compromises. If this is your job or your serious passion, the upgrade is justified. Final verdict, all right, let's bring this home. Here is the final, clean breakdown of everything we covered today. At the budget level, Sky Rover S1 wins. More features, better specs. Same price, no contest. At the mid-range level, DJI Mini 4 Pro wins for serious creators, but the Sky Rover X1 is a legitimate contender for casual flyers who want to save some money. At the premium level, DJI Mini 5 Pro is the best, but only buy it if you genuinely need everything it offers and you're ready to deal with FAA registration. And if you already own a Mini 4 Pro and you're thinking about upgrading, wait, the Mini 4 Pro is still an exceptional drone, and unless you specifically need what the Mini 5 Pro offers, you're better off spending that money on extra batteries, ND filters, or a solid carrying case. Now, if this video helped you, I genuinely mean this. Drop a comment below and tell me which drone you're going with or which one you already own. I read every single comment, and I love hearing about your experiences. And if you found this valuable, share it with someone who's about to buy their first drone. You might save them from making a purchase they'll regret. Hit that subscribe button if you want more honest, real-world gear breakdowns like this one. No fluff, no paid promotions, just the truth. I'm Jack. Good luck out there. And as always, happy flying.